I love making jewelry with memory wire. Stay tuned for a pair of spiral wrapped hoops that are sure to get you noticed. Hey guys, it's Katie, and today I'm going to show you how to make a fun pair of hoops on memory wire. Memory wire is usually used for bracelets, but today I'm going to make a pair of earrings. And I love this technique because it holds its shape into a great hoop. You can use any beads that you have that will fit on memory wire, and it's a great fun way to use wire wrapping. I think it's a little bit unexpected, and I just had a lot of fun making them. The first pair that I made were with smooth rondelle beads, and I color shaded them. They're really, really beautiful and super fun to wear. And I also made a pair without any beads, which I like a lot too. They're a little bit more lightweight, a little more simple. But today I thought I would switch it up and go turquoise. So I hope you like this, and let's get started. All right, so let's go over the supplies and tools we need for this project. We're gonna need memory wire, some beads. These are 4mm gemstone beads, 24 gauge copper wire, a pair of ear wires, and 2 jump rings. And you're gonna need your memory wire cutter and a looper to roll those end backs. You'll need a flush cutter, chain nose plier, and 2 flat nose pliers. Let me just say real quick too that you have to have a special cutter for memory wire. Don't use your normal flush cutter. Make sure you have a special memory wire cutter. Okay, so now I'm going to use my 6-step bail shaping plier to roll back the loops, and I like to finish mine off by looping them both and then connecting them with a jump ring at the end. You'll see what I mean. I'm going to use the smallest rung, grab the end, and actually roll it back towards me like that. So that when I look at the hoop from the front, the loop disappears. Okay, so then we're gonna start wrapping. I'm gonna grab my 24 gauge wire, and it's about 5 feet or so. It's kind of a lot, but I don't want to run out of wire, but you can always add more if you need to. Okay, we are going to start wrapping up close to that loop. And you're going to leave a little tail in your hand over here. Make sure that loop is nice and closed, and just start wrapping. And you can kind of smush it up there next to that loop. And I want to keep this tail in my hand so that it's not constantly just wiggling around. And so the number of loops is up to you. Do at least 5, but if you want, you can do 10, 15. Just pick a number that you like. I'm gonna start with 5 here. Slide on your bead all the way up to that coil, and then you're gonna take that long piece of wire, you're just gonna keep that wrap going and wrap over the bead. And then keep that coil going right up next to it. And so in between each bead, I like to do 15 wraps. So that's really the only number that I need to remember. All right, so that's 15 wraps. And now I'm gonna add another bead. Go on there. And then I'm gonna repeat that process again. I'm gonna wrap over that bead and then wrap 15 times. I love using copper for this because it's so easy to wrap. It's really soft, so my hand is not getting tired and it just looks so beautiful. All right, I'm gonna keep on wrapping and then I'll show you the next step. All right, so I've already actually finished one of the earrings and I just wanted to give you guys this tip that when you're making the second earring, you can hold it up to the first one and just kind of eyeball where the beads are to make sure that they're matched up. Sometimes I'll do a couple extra wraps here and there, like right here, and you can just kind of compensate for that. So I'm just gonna keep on wrapping. Okay, so I've got all those on. This is gonna be my last little set of wraps, and I'm gonna finish it off with 5 wraps at the end. Go over that last bead and then wrap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Push it in with my nail. You can use a tool to do that. And another little thing is I like for all the little wraps to be on the outside. You can do that as you go if you want, or you can adjust that at the end. I just think it looks pretty. It's kind of a option if you want to do that. And sometimes they won't go there, so just play with that. Okay. So now we're going to make that loop on the other side. But before that, I'm going to finish off the first end. I've still got that little tail because I always like to make sure that it's right up next to that loop. So wrap it, and then where you see it in the back, grab your flush cutter and using the flat side of it so you can get way up in there, just cut it. And then roll it, kind of roll it and press it down with your chain nose plier. And then we'll move to the other side. Now it looks like I might need to add one more little wrap here just to kind of even it up. That one got a little longer than I thought. And we're gonna cut about 3/8 of an inch beyond that last wrap with our memory wire cutter. If you're making a bigger loop than that, you may want to leave it a little bit longer, but this is just for that size loop. And then grab your bail shaping plier and roll the tail back just like we did before. Goes towards that way, towards the earring. If you need to squeeze it a little, you can. Oops. Okay. So now I have that loop. I'm going to take this tail. I'm actually going to make sure, you want to make sure that's nice and closed. So if you need to use your plier to just kind of twist it closed, you can. In my opinion, you can. You know, you don't want to mess with it too much. You don't want it to break, but it's okay. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this again a couple times just to be careful. End it in the back, flush cut that tail, and with your chain nose plier, just gonna make sure it's not poking out. Okay, so now we have both earrings finished. They're gonna be so cute. Grab your jump rings and your ear wires and flat nose or chain nose pliers, and you're going to twist open the jump ring slide on the earring, and then take your ear wire and slide it on here too. You can also attach it separately. I like to do it all in one step. And there you go. Just do the same thing on the other side. And twist it back closed. And there you go. That's it. So here they are. I've put them on so you guys can kind of see the size and the shape. And they're really fun. They definitely make a statement. And I love that you can use any beads that you have in your stash as long as they fit on memory wire. All right, let's go back over the tools and supplies we used. We had our memory wire and our beads, our memory wire cutter, our 6-step veil shaping plier for looping, 24 gauge copper wire, 2 flat nose pliers, our chain nose plier, and flush cutter. We also used 2 jump rings. These are about a 7mm, but you can use whatever you have on hand that looks good in your design, and a pair of ear wires. If you need to pick up any of the tools or supplies we used today, check out the links in the description below. And while you're there, let us know what your favorite color of bead is to add to memory wire. What would you do with your hoops? Leave the comments, and while you're there, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell. And now that you know how to make a spiral wrapped hoop statement earring, you can say, I made this.